Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. We still have Zoe and Mitch joining us, returning as the guest characters Ross and Caius. Before we get started, does anyone have any announcements?
When's this due to come out?
This will be the 28th of September for our viewers.
No, I got nothing. I hope you're enjoying everything.
Yeah.
Just life in general.
More,
hope you're all getting through life okay. We know that it's a troubling time at the moment, but we hope that if we can bring you some sort of joy or you can find some sort of joy in your life, just take it. Seize the little things in life. We love you all.
It's a very Caius answer.
It's true.
Yeah.
But notably less British. And I apologize.
To sort of follow up on that and be very in character for Anya, get over it. We have bigger things to do right now.
Oh boy, war flashbacks time.
All right.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Well, everyone's.
Yes. Last week I mentioned that we have a Curse of Strahd campaign starting up. And I can announce the date of the first episode's release. So that is going to get early access to the Patreon. So if you want to get that a couple of days early, go there. That will release on the 1st there, and then on the 3rd of October as a wide release. So find it on one of those avenues, either on YouTube or podcasting feed on the 3rd, or get it early on the Patreon on the 1st. And so, without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And we're back. So, where we last left off, the party spent some time at Caius's family estate before retiring for the evening, where Bertie and Anya were both recipients of very divine visions. One from a god, one from the highest of archdevils, however you want to pronounce it. Fethus kind of chewed Bertie out, and Asmodeus told Anya what was going on with Bertie and the world, and went like, yeah, you need to fix this, otherwise shit's fucked. And left her with a mysterious rod. And meanwhile, upon getting up for the morning, Bertie and Caius went for some training. Where Bertie learned a bit, but also Caius proceeded to mostly beat the shit out of Bertie.
Oh,
I think.
it was training. No,
Yeah.
it was just training.
Caius was a nice trainer.
Gently.
He's a good boy.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
gently beat the shit out of him. That's fine. That's a bonus, really.
Yeah. So, we rejoin with Bertie and Caius going back to the main building for an early lunch. So it's probably around about 10:30, 11. So not entirely unreasonable for lunch, but yeah, for anyone who's not an early riser, probably a little early.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like Buddy's very out of breath, kind of like hurry along after Kaius, especially considering they had a bit of an awkward combo, or attempted to finagle through one after the training thing, I guess. And I suppose, yeah, he'll still be kind of like pattering after Kaius in general after their fun training session. Yeah, I guess after he probably would have lapsed into a bit of awkward quiet, I guess, because I'm pretty sure Kaius was like, well, let's go and have lunch, I guess. But yeah, I guess my brain will be like, I just wanted to say thanks again also, Kaius. It was good. I haven't had a good sword teacher like that before. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. That's any time. I find getting in a little bit of teaching is always helpful to people. Like when I was first learning, when I was a very young person, only about 5 or 6, when I was holding my, a fairly hefty sword. It was only several kilos, so it wasn't but yes, no, getting some good training in with that was definitely helpful. So if I can do the same for an up-and-coming swordsmith like yourself.
Oh, well, gee, yeah, you got a lot of practice in there. Actually, we don't have stuff that we have to do right now, so like we could maybe do this again, maybe like tomorrow morning again. I could get up early again if that's what you like doing.
Oh, yes, I mean, of course. I'm always up at the same time, just sort of doing some training. If you'd like to join me, that would be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm more than happy to give you some training.
I think I get a lot out of it. And actually, I was also thinking, I might do a bit of shopping today, but I was wondering, like, I know you like your training and all that, but is there anything else you like doing for fun and stuff? Or places you like going in Durham?
I mean, I do enjoy just sort of wandering around in the various districts and meeting some of the local folk and just generally having a bit of a chat and seeing how their day's going. It's always a fun way to spend a morning or an afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. It's so nice of you, Kaius. No, I think that's really good. Well, we should. I mean, he kind of. Okay, I want to do an insight check. What is Kaius's expression? What does Kaius look like right now? What's his expression? Do I have to roll inside? Just do it, Bertie. Just look.
I mean, I think Bertie would just look. I mean, he seems like he's definitely telling the truth. Like that's the first thing that came to his head that he does, of an afternoon or something or other. He goes out and sort of makes himself known to the town and just has a bit of a chat. If there's an old lady that needs help crossing the street, he'll do the same thing. Hopefully, if they're carrying like really heavy groceries, and then he'll get a little bit of arm work out in as well. But yeah, there is, as he finishes saying that, there is other things that you see that he thinks of, but he doesn't say.
Okay.
But
interesting.
Yeah, but he's not lying or anything.
That's understandable.
That's what you were after.
No, that's all good. But he's like, I've come to Durham pretty frequently, but probably not the same kind of places you go to. Have you ever been to Meadows Marvels?
Has Kaius ever been to Meadows Marvels?
It's one of the better reputed magic item stores for adventurers in the city, so probably.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Of course. Yes. No, I don't go there myself very often, but no, my family has a bit to do with them.
Oh, well, excellent. I'm actually a very good friend of Braxton, so, we should go visit there and, we can have a wander and meet people. If you're not busy, of course. lunch and all that.
Yes, no, there's not a lot on my agenda today. I've got a few errands to run in town, but they're not on a time restriction, so I can do them at any point today.
Oh, of course. Well, I think that'd be great. Yeah, cool. So, train in tomorrow, and we can go for a wander in town later on today. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, and we'll see if the others would like to come along as well. That might be a good little adventure for us all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it'd be a great team bonding exercise. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Yes, absolutely. Boy, I can't wait. Excellent. Well, good. Oh boy, I'm super hungry. Let's go. I can't wait for this brunch. Very studiously looks at the floor as I continue to walk. Oh.
And we go and have Caius's normal first lunch.
Just pure protein.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of eggs and chicken, and that's about it.
That's fair.
All right. So what is everyone else doing in general this morning?
So Anya, she, after very hungoveredly, and a bit shell-shockedly, good at English words tonight, waking up with this rod in her hand. Shut up, Laura.
Actually, if memory serves, it
was in Hafren's hand.
Hafren was playing with it when you returned to your room.
Oh, yeah. When she returns to her room and finds Hafren playing with this rod, she, I guess, spends the next couple of hours. Oh, if you're not on the video podcast, you're missing everyone committing like facial crimes right now.
This is my face.
I didn't. This is actual lore from like.
I'm sorry. Okay, Eddie, I will be very serious. Please continue.
But yeah, she spends a bit of quality time with the rod, a bit of time getting to know the rod, playing with the rod. Yeah.
For audio only listeners, Mitch has departed briefly and or has ducked out of view of his webcam rather, and Laura has covered over her.
I'm sorry. I'm like 5 years old. Okay.
Yeah. So she basically spent some time learning about the gift that Asmodeus or Asmodeus left for her. And she discovers that it's quite powerful and quite terrifying, but feels it almost necessary to keep with her. So she actually tucks it in her hair, like up, twists it up into her braids. She keeps knives up there, so it's not exactly the most unsafe spot to keep it. If someone reaches in to try and grab it, they're probably going to get stabbed. So, she hides it up there and she wanders her way out. She is at some point going to seek out Birdie, but if you want to cover what everyone else is doing first.
Yeah.
Because it would have taken a couple of hours in the morning for her to... It's probably quite late when she does finally surface, and you all probably put that down to her being hungover.
Yeah. I'm just going to address what has been the elephant in the room for video viewers. I forgot to press start recording on OBS for the first 15 minutes of this, so... You will have had a still and missed all the funny expressions over the rod.
Is the audio recording done?
Yes.
How dare you? On this,
I made all of those inappropriate Rod jokes. Oh, yeah, we forgot to announce that it's the 69th recording for us.
Yes. It's going to be that kind of episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay, let's continue on. Neumann, Ross, what are you guys doing this morning?
Well, I have a plan, so unless Jake has anything, Neumann.
He might just do some cheeky, maybe some tinkering. Might start some work on his little goggles that he's wanting to make.
Okay.
Get some hours on that, but not too many because he knows that he's in someone else's house and he probably should, see them. So he will do that eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ross she's gonna wake up. She's going to do like a full physical warm up in the morning, like kind of testing out her hip, but it's fine. So she's just mostly doing the warm up she does every single morning. If anyone is either side of her room, you'd also hear her going through like a vocal warm up, and it would sound very weird and very lots of just humming and loud noises and weird tongue twisters. But you all know she's a theater person, so I'm assuming, unless you think it would be funny, no one really interacts. And then she is going to... this would be about 10:30-ish.
Yep.
So about when Birdie and Kaios are having brunch, and she's going to decide to go down to the kitchen to get breakfast.
Okay.
And along the way there, she's wearing her leggings and her shirt, but she's got I'm assuming the Sylvius family has robes.
Oh yeah.
Like dressing gowns. So she's just got one of those on because she wants to feel fancy while she's in this house. And while she's going along, she's kind of going to keep an eye out at all the portraits, whatever portraits there are on the way down to the kitchen. She's going to look for any portraits of Caius's dad, any portraits that seem to have been recently moved, or failing that, just ones of Caius as a little kid, because she thinks that would be cute and kind of funny. It would.
Yeah, you find there's a few different portraits of different family members around, including Caius's father, who very much looks like a distinctly more elven version of Caius, essentially, to put it simply.
Okay.
And yeah, a younger Caius. At different stages, there's a family photo, or not photo, portrait. It's a graduation from the military academy in Caius's case, and the arcane college in the case of the sisters. This wall arranged of 3x3 portraits of the 9 Sylvius siblings. Roll me an investigation check to determine if any of them seem to have been moved recently, or whether you can even tell.
That was a very good roll, and that's investigation. Oh, I'm sorry, Caius. That's a 24.
Okay. I'm gonna say, unless Mitch has any decisions that Caius would have made in the intervening days, there doesn't appear to have been any portraits that have been moved. The telltale signs of moving, which you've they've all got they're cleaned regularly, but there's always fading. There's always fading. There's always slight patinas of dust, even if it's cleaned.
And she'd
daily.
also be looking for if there are patterns of portraits, if any of the patterns seem off.
Yeah.
Like you said, if some of them are in grids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, Mitch?
There is one small portrait, whether that was hung up on a wall or just on a desk. Hopefully, if there's one, only about this big or so. if there was one of those floating around, that would be gone.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So she's gonna go all the way down to the kitchen, like bypass the dining room. She's going straight to the kitchen. Are there like cooks, servants, like anyone in there?
At this point, they're mostly either out or on their break. You get the feeling like they've just served up like the dinner or the breakfast items and going for their break before preparing for lunch.
So they're kind of like leaving.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Is there maybe like a guy washing dishes or something? Because Ross wants to ask if she's allowed to eat before she starts.
There'd be one person who looks like he is dressed for washing up, but is kind of waiting around essentially.
What is he on the hotness scale?
Hold on, that's my job.
Yeah, he's gonna roll for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's a 2.
If it means anything, Sebastian is usually relegated dish duty.
Okay.
He's
I'm
not very
sure
well liked.
Sebastian's a 10 in heart.
Oh yeah, he's a lovely person. He's a little slow, and him and Caius get along really well.
Okay.
But no, he doesn't.
Okay.
He's not great at the small talk. So.
Well, Ross is going to like come into the kitchen, and she's gonna be like, good morning.
I don't know if you had any thoughts on Sebastian's ancestry, but with the description you gave, I'm thinking turtle.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
The very you see the kind of hard-shelled man turn around, and you see like you recognize this man as a turtle, so basically a humanoid tortoise.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I was just wondering if there was like any fruits or breakfast foods lying around. I'm not super hungry, but I could have a bite to eat.
It's all laid out in the dining room.
Oh, of course. I just wanted to.
Help
So-
yourself.
Thank you. How long have you worked for the Silviuses?
5 years?
Oh, that's. Do you need any help with the dishes there?
No, it's all good.
All good. Are they a good family to work for? I mean, I'm friends with Caius, but
I'd say there's none finer.
wonderful. It must have hit hard when the master of the house passed.
Oh, it was deeply sad.
She's gonna kind of step closer and she's gonna look like really like, you can talk to me. She's gonna be like, yeah, Caius seemed really cut up about it when he talked to me. Do you know what happened? It's just, it's such a tragic thing. And
All I know is someone took the ancestral sword and Caius went to track him down.
of course he did. He's such a good man and such a wonderful friend.
Indeed he is.
Well, thank you for your lovely conversation. You're such good company.
Why, thank you, miss.
I will go get breakfast now. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
And then she's going to trek all the way up to the dining room, just kind of thinking like ancestral sword. Also, it was a total lie. Caius has not talked to her about his father. So
Yeah, it's true.
So she's going to go to the... I'm assuming she's going to find a dining room that looks like there might be people in it.
Yeah.
You can probably hear Birdie just babbling very loud.
Yeah, so
It's
gabbing constantly.
like after that conversation,
Awkwardly.
it's probably about that time that you kind of run into. I think everyone probably runs into each other at the same time. Like some of you for late breakfast, some of you for an early lunch.
yeah. Good morning.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Ross.
Are you finished up in there? I was just going to grab breakfast. What's
Oh
this?
no, we're just about to finish, but we can hang around for a bit. Come on in, join us.
Oh, fantastic. Is there any fruit left?
Well, there's not too much left. We've only got about 3 or 4 plates, but it should be enough.
Of course. And she's going to sit down and she's going to just pull a bunch of fruit towards her.
That's fair.
And I think she'll start like eating an apple, but every time she picks up a piece of fruit, because she's a little weirdo, she is going to do that thing where you like kind of toss it up a bit, bounce it off the back of your hand, and catch it again before she like takes a bite. She just loves to be weird.
Roll me a performance check. We'll
The
say
one you beam Kais directly in the face. He loses an eye.
just
Kind
to
of like,
see
oh.
how masterfully you do this.
Performance. Oh my god, my performance is that high?
I would hope so, considering Ross.
Yeah, because it would have just gone up by 2 because of the level up, and you would have expertise in it.
23.
23. Yeah, you don't fumble at all with this.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So what were you two doing so early this morning?
Oh, just getting a nice workout in.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
Looking for more sparring after yesterday?
Well, I feel like it's important to teach people who aren't as proficient with sparring how to do it in a safe manner, so as not to hurt the people around them.
Yeah, after all, safety is very important when it comes to swords. And yeah, Kais is a very good teacher.
Well, then good
As
thing
if
I
on
didn't have a sword
cue.
yesterday.
As if on cue, Anya makes her way into the dining hall, and she kind of looks a little bit. She's disheveled. She's still in that suit from last night, but it just kind of looks like she just forgot. Like she just wasn't even thinking about it. And she looks like she's got something on her mind, but then when she sees you guys at the table, she kind of has a little bit of surprise and then runs away.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, do I have to roll?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ross and
I
Caius.
think Kais has already done it. I think
Yeah,
we did that after
I
we finished recording.
Believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Kais
Yeah.
did something.
Saving?
yeah. Wisdom save.
Oh,
16.
16. Yeah, that was right. That is enough
Yeah.
because it is a fairly low
Probably
DC.
2, which I'm assuming even with Anya's wisdom would make it. Let's have a look. Hold on.
Because
Wisdom save.
it's only a DC 12.
6.
6. Yeah, no.
So we all see Anya enter, and then Anya runs away, but it's like,
She opens her mouth.
Oh.
I guess she kind of puts her finger up and opens her mouth as if she has something really important to say, and then she just rushes out of the room.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh,
Once you leave the room, you do get to remake your save every 6 seconds, basically.
There you go.
Every 6
So-
seconds.
Yeah.
What was the save again? Just out of
It's
curiosity. What was
a DC 12 wisdom save.
Yeah, okay, so Neumann just goes to walk in right after Neumann. Neumann comes in right after Anya, sort of just looks weirdly at Anya, looks at Birdie, and walks down the stairs into the dining room, scratching his head, wondering what the hell Anya was doing.
Yeah. So what was Ross's roll?
16.
16. Okay, yeah. So you guys, You guys are safe for the next 24 hours
Okay, cool.
from the fear effect.
Well, that was definitely Anya. Boy, this fruit is nice.
Maybe she heard Caius talk about spa safety and felt the need to leave.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I should probably go and apologize for that.
I'm sure she's fine. You shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, sure. You didn't mean anything by it.
I doubt her feelings are hurt, Caius.
Okay. Well, I hope yours aren't either. I was just merely saying that, well, sorry. I ate a chicken leg, just shovel it into my mouth.
Caius.
God, is there not a brain cell amongst you? It's the necromancy. You hear from the corner where you notice that Grace has been all this time nursing a mug of coffee.
Oh, God,
Anya ducks back in and she's like, apologies for that. I had to go throw up. That is a... Ooh, that's pretty tasty, Anya. Good job. That's like a 23 deception.
Nice.
Must have been all the alcohol you had last night. I can understand.
I'd likely say so. Now, Good morning to all of you. Neumann, Caius, Ross. Caius's various siblings that could potentially be in this room that may or may not murder me. That is fine.
That one's Grace, and she absolutely will.
Yes.
Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Grace.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Ross?
I just wanted to ask Grace what she means by it's the necromancy?
Quickly before that, Bertie, can I borrow a moment of your time?
He looks at Caius, who's sitting right next to her. He's like,
Yes, I promise you. And she kind of... She looks at you like really desperately and she's like, I promise you it is... I would not take you away if it wasn't important. It's, And she kind of looks around and she's like, it's elf business. Elf business only. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Brady stands up and he kind of like, momentarily like kind of presses his fingers to his temples and you can kind of see like a bit of like, I don't know, slight shimmering as he kind of like forces his glamour a bit more. I suppose like through the force of effort, I suppose, because he's been really trying to push it hard lately. Like purple flowers kind of like momentarily sprout his hair and then just like I don't know, pop apart and like the petals kind of like I assume probably wither as they fall down and he's like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep, coming. Yes, here I am. You guys are trying not to have too much fun without me.
As they're leaving, Grace gives you the explanation, like the response to your query. Ross says, yeah, no, he like reeks of the Shadowfell. How have you guys not noticed that?
I'm sorry, the what?
Shadowfell.
How can he reek of it? He's a person.
I don't know. But he does. Meanwhile, in the side room with Anya and Bertie.
Anya, she's quite sort of urgent and she pulls Bertie into another room and she's looking around, like just trying to make sure no one could overhear or could see. And she's like, Bertie, I'm going to need you to promise me something, okay?
I'm suddenly incredibly nervous. What is it, Anya?
I need you to promise me that you're not going to freak out.
Getting worse.
And I need you to know that I do not have any intention of telling anyone.
I'm very uncomfortable now.
She sits down just on the floor and she's cross-legged and she's just kind of picking at her hands and she looks kind of almost nervous, but it's mainly just worry. And she's like, Bertie, I told you something a while back about me. Do you remember? And it came to a head when we were in Navora.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that you like and Rook. Yep. The pact thing that you love telling everyone about.
As much as I have been somewhat open about what is going on, I have not necessarily told the whole truth the whole time. I get visits from Asmodeus.
Oh, okay. You mean like dream or like a door-to-door kind of call?
Like door-to-door within the dream. You know? Like what I've been told by many, or what has been implied by many adventurers, probably isn't very normal. Personal visits, okay?
Oh, well, I mean, that probably happens every now and then.
No, that's not the part you're going to freak out about. Maybe... she gestures to, like, a chair or something that's in the room, and she's like, maybe sit down for this one, and remember, I am your friend. And she looks up at Bertie and she's like, Bertie, I need you to understand me when I say this. I don't care. Like, I care, but I don't care, okay?
Okay. He looks again back in the direction of like the doors come through, like, and he kind of very, very awkwardly comes over to sit very, very uncomfortably next to her. Yeah.
So I got a visit from Asmodeus last night.
Yeah, the head honcho of all that place. Yep. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, he told me who your patron is.
I'm sorry, come again. You must be mistaken.
No, Bertie, I don't think he is. I think it makes a lot of sense. And once again, I remind you, I don't care, and it's okay.
Well, this is turn up for the books.
Now,
what?
It's not. That's not all. Do you remember the terrifying and awful prophecy?
Yeah. It was a convocation, so I try not to pay too much attention to what they're saying because they're usually just bitching about me. But like, yeah. I did write down.
It turns out that they were still kind of bitching about you, I guess.
Oh my god, well, that doesn't surprise me. They're very two-faced, you know? Like, oh my god.
You are one of the... You have, to what I understand, you are one of the potential agents of Zothram.
Well,
I need you to know this because I need you to know that I'm going to help you.
I don't think that's possible. And this must be some kind of misunderstanding. You were very drunk last night. Like, I don't blame you.
Bertie, and she reaches into her hair and she pulls out the rod, and she's like, I was gifted the rod of the king of the hells, of the king devil of the hells. I do not think he would do that if he was lying to me. He may be tricky and awful, but for once I think I can turn that back on him by helping you.
Sorry, helping me is in the best interest of the king of the hells. Wow, that's
No. Helping you is in the best interest of you and me fucking over the king of the hells.
Okay. I'm listening. What was your plan?
Well, in a way, we follow his plan. Because he wants me to help you. And he wants you to survive, which is very good. I would have been very upset if he'd wanted me to kill you. That would have been... No, it wouldn't have been a hard decision. I was doomed anyway. Like, your soul over mine, it's fine. But he... And she's, like, very nonchalant when she says that. Like, she just throws her hand up. She's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, Anya, please get therapy.
And she's like, but... Asmodeus doesn't know you, Bertie. I don't think many people know you. I don't think I really know you, but I am almost entirely reliant on you not really knowing yourself. Because I think you are capable of so much. And I think that you, if we get you to that position, if we get you to be one of those knights, people, I can't remember what the prophecy said, the figureheads, you will succeed. And I know that because I know you. And I know what you are capable of, even if you don't know yet. So I need you, take what you will from this information, but I need you to know that I am going to help you. And that I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. I appreciate you coming to me about this, I guess. Well, it's probably not worth denying it. Look, all I can say right now is, like, this, yeah. I didn't enter a pact like you did for anything. It kind of just happened to me. I woke up one day after passing out, and I kind of had magic all of a sudden, so it wasn't technically my fault. So, not that I'm saying you entering the pact is your fault, of course, either.
Bertie,
I know.
Bertie, it's okay. I am of the understanding that it wouldn't have been helped either way. There's prophecy about this. I'm sure you're not the only one that is chosen, but you're the one that was chosen that I believe in the most. And I think that if I can use this to my advantage to fuck over the ones that I have been tricked into a pact into, you can use that too. Okay? And I know that's scary and terrifying and probably one of the worst ideas that this stupid fucking party has had yet, but I think that it is almost better that way. I mean, the world's already ending. What do we have to lose? Our souls? They're already fucked, Bertie.
Well, that's true. I guess you're right. Everything's gonna suck soon anyway, so, yeah. Much to think about. Yeah.
Now, there is one other thing, I guess.
Oh my god. Seriously?
No, it's something I know you're aware of. You're not well, Bertie. And while I didn't necessarily stick around to chat, Asmodeus said that you need to sever the ties. Now, I don't know whether that's in what regard that is. I'm hoping maybe you would know. But you're dying, Bertie, from the inside out. And unless something is done, and I know something can be done, but unless something is done, we might not even have the opportunity. So please, if there is anything that I can do to help you.
Well, that's, interesting authority. What does Asmodeus know about that? I mean, I feel bad, but I feel bad literally all the time. That's something you learn to live with.
I've seen it, Bertie. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I'm very perceptive. I may be using the magical aids to see normally now, but I can also see a lot. And I can see through a lot of different guards and guises. You're turning grey, and you are someone who is so full of colour.
Well, I'm in Eladrin. We kind of do that a lot. We just change how we look. But I don't feel any different. I went through a bit of shit recently, but it's fine. I'm in a lovely house right now with people, so that's great. Yep. This has been
I've put too much on you too quickly.
This has been a fun chat. Thanks for that, Anya. I gotta go do my hair. We'll talk about the patron thing later.
Please, Bertie, just remember what I said. I won't say anything. I don't care, but I'm here to help you however, in whatever way you need, okay?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah, but he kind of like stands up really quickly, like, well, I'll talk to you later, bye. He like hurries off to his room, I guess.
Okay.
Anya sighs and she picks up Hafred and just kind of pats him, and she's like, I think I might have fucked that one up a bit.
Hafren projects through the feeling of like it needed to be done.
Yeah, she just keeps petting him and just sits there thinking for a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else people want to do this morning?
Grace, when you say he reeks of the Shadowfell, can I get some elaboration on that, please? Is this something you can fix? Is this like in Ross's head, the whole like the grey petals are starting to make sense, but she's seeking some clarification. She's like, did you, pointing at Caius and Neumann, like, did you two know about this? Is this just something I didn't know? Like,
well, I know for a fact, I don't know if I'm meant to share this information, but pretty sure the Shadowfell doesn't exist anymore. Pretty sure, yeah, that's a thing. So I'm a little curious as well as to how Birdie would smell of the Shadowfell as well. As far as the magic convocation mentioned, I believe, is that it's just not there anymore.
Well, unless I can find out what his connection to the Shadowfell is, I couldn't tell you why he would reek of it. But I know my arcane auras, especially when it comes to necromancy, and that is the Shadowfell.
right.
So that's a bad thing, yeah? It's not
Most
just like
likely.
a cologne that Birdie might be wearing. And maybe it's like a good omen, perhaps, or is it definitely a bad?
Rarely a good omen. Sometimes it can be neutral. I've heard of like sorcerers who are kind of shadow touched, like but I've also heard of people who make dark pacts with entities of the Shadowfell as well. So
But how long
swings and roundabouts.
How long has the Shadowfell been missing?
Just off the
Sorry, I don't know why that's so funny. Just wanted posters. Have you seen this boy? And saw them to Thara's hideous form.
On the side of milk cartons.
On the side of milk.
It was basically, I think, just after we went on our first mission. That's when the magic convocation
Was
sort of gave us that information. So,
Oh.
So for reference, you found out about at the start of the year. Like about 2 weeks into the year.
at the start of this year.
Oh.
Just out of curiosity, what point of the year are we in right now?
Let me double check what the month is actually.
We're a little
called.
bit before Ross's birthday. I remember that much.
It is. Grabbing the calendar out.
Well, we've just gone past August, haven't we?
No.
Or it was like the start of the year, like the start of season 2, I think. So I don't think we're that far into the year.
It's towards the start of Ketithil, which is the third month of the year.
Yeah.
So we're in March, basically.
So it's been missing for at least 6-7 weeks.
Which doesn't seem like that much until you think about the fact it's a whole plane of existence.
You guys can
great.
probably Anya, at the very least, with the new information that she has from Asmodeus, can probably piece together that it's probably been since the start of the year when they thwarted the well, no, you guys would realize that. Like, yeah, you know it's been since the start of the year. Like, the main party knows that.
Yeah.
Since the start of the year, when Zorthram Tathara was let loose.
So, okay, so the Shadowfell has been missing since the start of the year. Okay, That's cool. I love to know things.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to actually tell this information. You know it now, and you didn't hear it from me. But, yeah, I don't think it's public knowledge at the moment. Can cause people to panic, I'm guessing, is what the convocation is thinking. But, yeah.
I
But don't
feel a lot of
It's
panic
fine.
right now. Oh, of course. There's just a missing plane of existence, and Birdie smells of it. How high is my girl's intelligence, and how high is her wisdom?
Exactly the same as each other.
Yeah, middle of the road. I'm trying to work out if she is smart enough to piece together, like, the scar on Caius's back in any way, or, like...
Roll me.
If
Not really directly related, I guess.
No,
Roll me-
but, like...
Depends what you roll.
She's suspicious.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
It is a high DC.
Okay. Arcana. That's a very...
I will say this is doable for you, but yeah, it's a high DC.
That's 20 doable.
That is a 23.
23. Sorry, the DC I set was 25.
Oh!
Fuck you.
I was like, I'm thinking thoughts, but what are they?
Yeah.
What are they?
Like for that though, like you're so close that you probably like, yeah.
Because she's been thinking maybe, like, if not that Caius and Birdie's issues are related, she's thinking they probably knew about each other's issues. But judging by the way Caius is reacting, she's like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, is this? Was my theory correct?"
I think you would, for a 23, you'd definitely be able to piece together. Okay, yeah, that's probably got something to do with that. That's certainly why why Bertie was grey when he was unconscious. But yeah, connecting it to Caius.
No.
No.
Okay, cool. All good. Ross is just going to continue freaking out with a half-eaten apple in her hand, but like quietly, because she's just like, this. It is 10:30 in the morning. And she's like, well, just throwing it out here, guys. I don't think Birdie does not seem like the kind of guy we can just ask about this.
I mean, we can try. I ask Birdie questions all the time. It's not like he could run away from me as well. I'm pretty fast.
Okay.
Yeah, he tends to try and brush things off, but if you persist, I find you can really sort of get him to sort of, actually talk to people. So, yeah, it's always the flight response first, and then you can talk to Birdie. So.
That's what I've found as well. You can usually get him talking, especially if you've got him, sweating in the backyard after a few hours of vigorous work. He tends to just talk about whatever then.
Ross is not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. She's just going to look at you.
Or a ruby rod.
Can you imagine Anya went to walk back into the room then and just paused and then just walked straight back out. And she's like, no, you know what? I'm going to do some training.
Okay. So what are people's plans for the rest of the day?
If no one else has any plans, Neumann will be going back to his tinkering. However, he will prompt the party and be like, so did you maybe talk to Birdie about this? Or
I
Maybe.
think it's probably something we should talk about.
But
I mean, yes.
Oh, fucking Birdie.
maybe, okay, I think we should get pastries. And at the very least, make it an enjoyable situation for him to be in before we go asking questions that I think he might be uncomfortable about. Because this seems like a pretty big deal for him not to mention.
Oh, he probably just hasn't noticed. Sometimes when you smell too much, you just sort of don't pay attention. It just sort of, you forget
get used
that
to
you
the
smell.
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe Bertie has just gone so long smelling of the Shadowland that he's just forgotten that he smells, and he just needs someone to remind him to put some cologne on.
I hope you're extending the metaphor there, brother, and that you do realize that I don't mean he literally stinks of the Shadowfell.
Yes.
You could be very right there, Caius. I'll give you props for that one. Snaps for Caius. So, yes, look, I have to go do something very quickly, but I think we should get pastries where the Caius's kitchen can do that, or if we go back to that bakery we were at the other day, yesterday, and we get him something nice, I think then we can maybe approach him with this situation, because I just feel...
Pack a bottle of wine would be a good idea. Hey, Caius, do you have any good wine?
Well, yes. Yes, we do. I was going to say that it's not like, the best wine in the city, but it actually is. We have several bottles in our cellar.
Oh my god.
Excellent. I'm sure Bertie will love it.
Well, I mean, I'm going into town for a little bit this afternoon, just doing some errands. I'm happy to drop by the bakery and pick up some pastries, if that's
Fantastic.
the plan that we want.
Yes, wonderful. Make sure that very... do you want one of us to go with you?
I
Might need extra hands.
If you want to, yes, sure.
She's going to look at Neumann and be like, are you going or am I going?
Well, you said you had plans. I've also got plans, but I can put them aside.
They're not going to take that long. When were you planning on going into town, Caius?
Well, whenever, just today. I can probably, if you have plans to do in town, we could probably, make an afternoon of it.
I mean, I don't know. You know what? I do need to talk to Tanip at some point. See if we can get those written copies of the prophecy. Yes, so how about all three of us reconvene in an hour and a half?
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Fantastic. Wonderful. And she's just going to grab a whole plate of fruit and she's going to go back to her room.
Okay.
It's a plan. Yes.
Okay.
Well, I guess, I'll come with you guys then in that case.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
Bertie, Anya, what are you guys doing?
So for a little while, Anya goes out to the training grounds, and she starts just attacking some of the test automatons and everything. And then she distractedly, because she's getting really into it, aggressively just on. She's probably using daggers and whatever swords are around or whatever. And then she hears a rip, and then she realizes she never changed back into her armor.
No.
And she just kind of blinks and she's like, oh. Well? Okay. And Hafren's sort of with her, and I can imagine he kind of looks up to her and he's like, you are an idiot.
Yep.
And she's like, actually, no, this is good. Not the clothes. The clothes that, I don't know how expensive this is. I probably cannot afford even to fix it. We'll be hiding the evidence of this. You will tell no one, Hafren. And she's like, but no, I think I'm going to try something very stupid. And Hafren, I think I'm going to need your help. And she scuffles back up to her room, and I'm happy to do that after whatever Bertie wants.
Yeah, Bertie, what are you doing?
Cool. So Bertie had a little freak out in his room. And then I guess probably after after he kind of subsided from that, I suppose he would have I assume it's a mirror there or something.
Yeah.
It's a Sylvia's family room. He would have kind of with his stared in the mirror very intently to I don't know, insight himself, and then he would have tried to have cast I think it's healing word on himself. And you could probably confirm, Darby, would that work?
So, to explain things for you and listeners, we're doing things a little weird with the way Bertie's working at the moment.
Oh well, I assume it just wouldn't work at all, Darby. So
let me see. So
tapping.
What was it? Healing word you tried to use?
Yes, healing word.
Yeah, you try and does not work.
Very glares and then says the strange words even more angrily, bashes his hand down on the bench. He's like, but it just doesn't work, I'm assuming.
Yeah, does not work.
Cool, great. Great, of course. Well, it's not surprising. Cool. It's fine. Everything is fine. Yes, absolutely. It's cool. Okay, cool. And he's just gonna, okay, all right. It's showtime, and that causes that he's wearing to zip back into his usual stupid salesman outfit thing that he's always wearing, because he's just been wearing the shift weave kind of stuff, and it has a command word. He's like, okay, it's cool. I'm gonna go shopping. It'll be great. Yes, retail. Yes, that'll be fun. Okay, yes, excellent. Cool. He's he's just gonna hurry, busily, get all his crap together in his bag and stuff, and glamour is very, very strong. Again, his glamour isn't disguised person. It's just that fey kind of thing, where it's slight warping because he's trying to make himself look super happy and great.
Yeah.
And he's going to grab his stuff and bounce down the stairs. And I guess find out what everyone else is doing, or they might have already left by then. Who knows?
I think you were doing stuff about the house and then reconvening was what I understood, for the three of you to go together.
Doing stuff around the house for an hour and a half or so, and then convening.
So, what stuff were people doing around the house?
Caius is going to go and lift heavy things.
Okay. Neumann
was going to go with Caius if it was it to get pastries though, was it, or?
Yeah. Once we've reconvened, because Ross is going.
Oh, excellent. Well, Neumann's going to tinker away on his goggles.
Ross.
She's writing letters, because she now isn't sure if Bertie's going to be able to do that speedy courier thing, but she still wants to write letters home.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And Anya, what were you rushing off to do? What was Anya's
Mine's
plan?
a bit of a scene, so even if you wanted to go to them and come back, I'm happy to do it now, but it's a bit of something.
Okay.
Ooh.
Please don't burn my house down.
It's to do with the rod, isn't it?
Maybe.
I think where things are going, I think we'll go with Anya quickly, or
okay.
not rushing it, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's
Anya
fine.
time.
I've got okay. I was doing a little bit of preparation, but I think I've got enough. So, Anya has gone up to her room and and she's stripped down, I guess, and changed into like what she'd normally wear under her armor, which is just really quite very simple clothes, like leather pants and a green shirt. And she's pacing, like she's very nervously pacing, and she's holding this rod and she's kind of tapping it in her hand, and she's like, okay, this is the stupidest thing you have ever fucking done. Hafren. And she turns to Hafren and she's like, there is a chance that whether this succeeds or not, this could go horribly wrong. If it does, I need you to and she kind of turns to her bags and she starts like tearing into her bags, and she pulls out like the only bit of paper that she can find in there, which is a birdie business card.
Yes.
And she kind of looks around the room, and is there like an inkwell and a feather pen? It's a rich people room. I'm assuming there would be.
Each of the guest rooms are basically fitted out with the amenities of like a high class hotel room.
Yeah. So she grabs a bit of ink, like she scribbles down, and it's messy. She does not write down things. She hasn't in over 30 years. This is the first time she has written something down in over 30 years. And she writes down on this bit of paper, tried to contact Zorthram Tathara, will be okay by tomorrow, let me rest. And she's like, Hafren, give this to the others if this goes wrong. And if I just disappear or die, good luck.
Hafren responds with a feeling of simultaneously understanding and slight bit of fear.
Yeah.
Like slight bit of concern.
She's like, that checks out. Okay. And she sort of sits herself down, and she closes her eyes and she holds the rod and she's like, okay, Asmodeus, you fucker. Don't fuck this up for me. And she casts Contact Other Plane.
Okay.
So, you mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long-dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane. Contacting this extraplanar intelligence can strain or even break your mind. When you cast this spell, you make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. On a failure, you take 6d6 psychic damage and are insane until you finish a long rest. While insane, you can't take actions, can't understand what any other creatures say, can't read, and speak only in gibberish. A greater restoration spell can spell cast on you ends this on a successful save. You can ask the entity up to 5 questions. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. The GM answers each question with one word, such as yes, no, maybe, blah 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 blah. Just one word, can be any word. If a one-word answer would be misleading, the GM might instead offer a short phrase as an answer.
So, interesting thing about the wording of that. It says some other mysterious entity from another plane.
Doesn't say on another plane, though.
If it had said on another plane, it wouldn't have worked.
I know. That's why I double-checked it.
Yeah. So, yeah, make me a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
That could have been very bad, but it wasn't. That's 18 flat, but let's see. 18 plus 5, so yeah, she's fine. That's 25.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So you...
Yeah, her eyes are closed, and I can imagine it's...
You feel like... So your eyes kind of... I was going to say they glaze over, but by default, they're already glazed over. But your vision of the material plane vanishes from you, and instead you see this shadowy existence accented by dark red veins, and you see before you this creature that you have seen only once before in the city of Wildshade coming out from the portal. This is Zorthram T'Thara, and he does not, or they do not seem impressed to be summoned like this.
Okay. This worked. Okay. All right. You're Zorthram T'Thara. Hi. I know you're probably very unhappy to see me, but remember, I'm part of the reason why you're here, so okay. I have questions, and I know as part of this you have to answer them. I'd apologize for that, but I kind of think you're trying to eat this plane. So, that's not one of my questions. No. Okay. Anya. Breathe. My first question, is Bertie truly one of the agents of prophecy?
Mine.
Yes, your agent. Okay. All right. Is it you that is killing Bertie?
What word to use? What word to use to accurately convey this?
You can do a short phrase.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did kind of spring this on you. Apologies.
Returning. Actually, no, not returning. Reclaiming.
Okay. And if you claim him, will he die?
Oh, no, not a... Yes.
Okay. That's okay. That's 3 questions, right? Okay, that's not a question I wasn't asking you. Okay. How do I sever the connection? Remember, you must answer. Oh,
Can't hear you, Darby.
we've lost audio on you, Darby.
I'm trying to think. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Moving your mouth when you were thinking. Mess this up.
Impossible.
Impossible? This is me asking, is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Do you think of the wording of the question that you gave too?
How do I stop Bertie from dying?
Don't.
No, that is not what I asked. You are to give me an answer.
And your vision returns to the prime material.
Fuck.
Now, I will clarify, the tone of the don't was not it was not a you don't. It was more of a it was a threat. Like, it was more of a don't you dare.
Yeah, that's why she responded how she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've pissed him off more. Yep, that's all I did there.
Okay.
Is pissed him off more. Okay. Good news, Hafren. It was successful. Bad news. I got nothing out of it.
Hafren returns like a thought of like, oh, what else is new?
And that's it. That's what I was doing with Anya.
Okay, so everyone, so who is going out for this day on the town?
Yeah, we going on this very perilous trip to get pastries.
Yeah, no, the really important thing to follow up that scene with is us getting chocolatey Clairs.
Nima's going to be like, how many pastries can we buy? And they'll be like, don't.
It might be quicker to ask who isn't going on the shopping trip.
Anya.
Okay. Is Bertie going?
Yeah, so I'm assuming before you guys meet up, I assume he probably, with his Caius perceptual skills, runs into Caius first, I imagine? Yes?
Yeah, probably.
Yes?
Probably.
Cool.
He's grunting very loudly out the back.
But he's like, oh, there. He looks very troubled, but he's like, okay, cool. He like hurries over to where Caius is, quite out of breath, but that's nothing new.
It's Caius lifting weights, and then Clive, one of the first house assistant that you met, just sort of off on the side, writing a bunch of numbers down, like counting essentially how many things he can lift and how often he lifted them.
Oh my gosh. So Brady kind of like hurries over and is like, oh. Kind of like stands back a little bit, is like, hi, Caius.
43. Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry. If I am interrupting you, sorry about that. Was this the thing you needed to do in the morning?
Oh no, this is just my relaxation time. Clive, we'll pick this up in the afternoon. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Well, I was actually thinking of going out, actually. So if you need to do your stuff in town, I thought we could walk together, you know?
Oh, wonderful. Actually, I've recruited a couple more people to come into town with us.
Oh, which people?
Oh, we're going to get Ross and Neumann to come along.
Oh.
Tried to find Anya, but, well, you know, I didn't look hard.
Oh, well, I can understand that. Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't want to intrude. Yeah, actually, that would be great. Great team bonding exercise. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'm ready to go whenever, so I'll just can I help you put stuff away? Or like, when are the ovens turning off?
Well, actually, yeah, we're probably going in about 10 minutes or so, but if you could help just sort of pack up, if you could grab that sandbag over there, and Caius lifts up like 2 big sandbags and just starts walking over to plonk them down.
Okay. Do I do a strength? What do I roll? Athletics?
Yeah, give it a roll to see. No, but your penalty is disadvantage enough.
I've already got a -1 to athletics. I rolled a 4, so it's a 3. So Brady looks very like, and then like tries to size it up for ages, and like tries really hard to pick it up and like cannot.
Caius probably does most of the tidying up while you spend the entire time dragging this sandbag along the ground.
It's like sweating so hard and very hard for yeah. Yep.
Anyway,
cool.
you meet back up together and head into town. What are people doing?
Well, I know we're
What-
definitely getting pastries.
Yes.
Definitely going there.
Yes.
Yes.
As a surprise for Bertie.
Do you say that out loud?
No, but that's just Caius'
Caius'
mentality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay.
Ross, I think as soon as she realizes Birdie is coming along, she's gonna kind of like make faces at Neumann. Like, are we gonna let them talk and go get the pastries, or like, are we just gonna let Birdie be there while we purchase pastries?
Yeah, I can just kind of imagine when you guys kind of run in, you'll be like, and Brady just like peek up behind Caius, like, oh, hi guys.
Ah, Birdie, are you coming into town?
Yeah, I need to stretch my legs.
Of course. And she's just gonna look at Neumann like,
And Newman, like, he sort of gives, like, he's like, I don't know, play it by ear. See how we go. Hey, Birdie, how's it going? Long time
Great.
no see. Been ages.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a little bit curious to know, what did you and Anya talk about? Or is it just elf business, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
secret
we-
elf business, you know, we like traded like elf tips for things.
Oh,
Yep.
that's quite boring, actually.
Ear hygiene.
Yeah, ear hygiene, you know, that kind of stuff.
Would
How to keep their ears looking extra pointy.
are half elves allowed to know half of it? Because, like, I know some of Caius's family, they have the pointy ears and everything. So
I've got pointed ears. Am I allowed to know a quarter of it?
yeah, perhaps it might be universal.
Maybe. How much of elves translate to tiefling?
I'd say probably not much.
have no idea.
But the ears, though.
Yes.
Makes you think.
That is a very good point.
I recommend
Point?
moisturizing them. Yeah. Oh, it's very funny. Yep.
Yep, we have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't really have much on the agenda. We were just going to go and have a bit of a shop around. Were you after anything in particular, Bertie?
Oh, I'm gonna go. I was gonna have a wander around, say hi to people. I'm gonna go visit my friend Braxton, which I think you went to go visit. Neumann, but I haven't said hi yet.
Oh,
And, like,
yes. He did send his regards, I believe, as well. So,
Oh, of course.
but you'll be able to talk to him soon, anyways. Has Braxton met Caius? Have you been there at all, Caius? Or
Not personally. No. Well, I haven't met a Braxton. Did you say? I haven't met him or her before. But no, my family has dealt with that magical emporium on several different occasions.
oh well, it might be. Well, did you want to maybe introduce Caius to Braxton? That might be a good idea.
That's what I was originally intending. Yeah. I think that'd be great. I think he'd love you, Caius.
And that way,
He's a
Ross
nice
and me
guy.
can also get some shopping done as well. So we'll try and do it efficiently. And Newman just gives like a massive fucking wink.
Ross is gonna I'm assuming she's like near Birdie, and while he's like looking around, she's gonna wait until he's not looking at her and look at Neumann and just give a big double thumbs up, like, fuck yeah, we're so smart.
Oh my God.
You know Neumann
Terrible.
from previous trips to Meadows Marvels that there's a pretty decent bakery just across the street, down a little ways from Meadows Marvels.
Well, yeah, I definitely got a bakery in mind, and it's not too far away, which is really good actually. So
Cool.
we won't be split for long, but yeah, might as well just try and do everything at once if we can. That way we can go home and enjoy luxury.
Oh,
Sylvia's household.
definitely. And Anya's not coming along?
Couldn't find Anya, I don't believe.
Literally none of you looked. She's in her room.
I feel like Ross maybe knocked on the door, but when she didn't get a response, she was like, I'm not intruding.
Yeah,
Does
that's fair.
Does no one have message or sending to?
No.
No, I don't anymore.
You need to talk
Caius
to
is
people. I'm more of like a face-to-face talking kind of guy.
Fair
so,
enough.
yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm sure if she shows up, one of Kai's 5 million servants can let her know that we've gone to town.
Oh, actually, that's a very good point. Marigold! And I call out for one of the house hands. Is Marigold floating around?
Marigold comes up to yes, sir.
Hello, there's someone staying upstairs in guest room number 7.
Yes?
If they are awake and don't know where it is, asking for where we are, just say that we've gone into town.
Will do.
Perfect. Let them know they're welcome to join us if they want, but I don't know where in town we're going.
I was going to say, should I give them a district, but
Just the Durham district.
of course, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll see you for second lunch.
Of course.
I love Caius so much.
All
We
right.
love a himbo.
Big himbo energies.
All right.
Excellent. Well, let's get going. Oh, is it okay if I if I just stick by you, Kaius, because you're my bodyguard and all, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Also, that reminds me, we need to go over a tally on how much I owe you for that.
Oh.
You don't have to do it straight away, but at some stage, because I don't know if I've paid you at all for that. The period where I was on vacation, that wasn't a vacation, but I took time off work, so I don't know if that's another thing that I need to pay you for.
It's fine.
Neumann, with your passive perception, you notice during that exchange between Bertie and Caius, Grace in the corner with another cup of coffee, just giving a look of
Oh, no.
what?
Ross,
Neumann
Caius
puts
is
his
as
arms up
Caius
like that.
does.
Yeah.
Ross hears this conversation and she was probably still making faces at Neumann we're so fucking smart. We're gonna get these baked things so easy. And she's gonna be like, Caius pays to be Bertie's bodyguard?
Yeah, do you remember what I said to you when we were in the Lich's, tower thing?
That Caius is easy to manipulate.
I'm
This is
going
what?
to. What are you guys talking about? Come on, Caius. He kind of just slides his arms sort of jovially around Caius' arm. Come on, let's go. I'm so excited to check out the town.
She's
Okay.
gonna, to try and deflect, she's also gonna be like, oh, at some point I need to see if Tanip delivered those written prophecies. Either to the mailbox or just if they're walking up the street.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As you're leaving the estate, you have a look in the mailbox and see that there's a couple of scrolls bearing the mark of the arcane convocation addressed to you guys, and yeah.
Ross is gonna put all of them in her backpack
Okay.
to hand out later.
Okay. So, you travel into the city, into the shopping district where Braxton's is, I take it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess unless the people have other things they were going to be doing as well. Otherwise, Betty will just be chattering and be like, oh, yeah, so taking Braxton first. He's really nice. I'm sure I think you're really cool. So, yeah. Just pattering along like that.
So, how, Ross and Neumann, how are you breaking off to
Holidays.
sneak away from, or to sneak away to get pastries?
Okay, is the pastry shop in line of sight of Braxton's
Yeah.
shop?
Yeah.
Right. Is there a service lane or a back alley behind the shop?
There's a side alley.
Side alley. Are there multiple entrances to this store? Is there perhaps a side entrance?
No.
Ross is going to she's going to, because we already said that like we were going to do something else while they were in the store. So when we approach Braxton's, Ross is going to be like, well, you two have fun. We're going to go run our errands, and then kind of gesture at Neumann to get into the side alley.
Yep, sure. Neumann heads off to the side alley, but before he does it, he's like, just make sure to catch up, like tell Braxton everything that's happened, because we didn't really get an opportunity to talk much with him. We was basically in and out. So feel free to keep him up to date. A lot has happened, actually. So take your time, no rush.
Okay.
And then he goes into the alley with style and stealth.
Okay.
Caius looks at whoever the last one is to leave and just gives them the good old double wink.
He winks the same way as Bernie does. That's great.
So, the two of you enter Braxton's shop.
Awesome.
While Neumann and Ross, I take it once they go in, you make your way across to the pastry shop.
Well, I'm going to turn to Neumann and be like, how committed are we to Birdie not knowing we're buying pastries?
Well, I can use disguise stealth on myself.
I also have disguise self.
Oh my god, let's be twins.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay.
Ooh, I could probably pull off a tiefling look. I've got the tail.
Oh, you do? Oh, that actually makes it so much. Normally when I do this, I have to make myself look like a human. This is so much easier.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they might recognize a purple tiefling. What if we are red or blue?
While you two are standing around making these plans,
we're in a side alley.
Yeah.
Like, we're not on the street.
Yeah, it's totally not sus.
Not sus. Just two people, a tiefling and a tabaxi. One's in a cape.
It doesn't matter how sus it is for what's about to happen. You hear this from up in the sky.
What? Ross looks up.
Yeah, and you see this immense dragon, obsidian. It's the webbing of its wings, where most dragons would have sort of webbing. This one has this translucent, shadowy material. And riding atop it is this armored man who has a very sallow, almost undead face to him, and he is wielding a very a very black longsword. And that is where we're going to go to our break and the end of the episode. And for reference,
oh no, oh my god, Darby has a huge mini. I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm just going to try and talk to this guy. I'm sure he'll understand.
Yeah,
he could help us take the pastries
too.
back.
Oh my god.
so
Oh no.
yeah, hope you enjoyed that. And we're going to see the results of that. We're going to see it in a moment. You guys will see it next week.
Yeah.
Sorry for listening.
Yeah.
TBK. Sorry for listening.
listening.
Thanks, guys. See you next
Thanks for
week.
listening.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Excellent.
Darby, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Every intro that you do,
Yeah.
you just go single cam?
Yeah. briefly
At the start?
at the very start, and then switch.
Excellent. At the very start of every episode, everyone waves.